What's up, everyone? It's me, your boy Ryan Flowers, aka Clutch Sports Talk in the house. Hey, here's my Week 8 review around the National Football League, man. Let's get things started off properly. First things first, let's go out to Tampa Bay, where the Baltimore Ravens took on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucks get this win towards the end of the game. I mean, it was kind of, I wouldn't say back and forth, but the game really wasn't won until the very end, where the Baltimore Ravens just kind of went on a run here and did their thing. But now, some troubling concerns for Tampa Bay. This is another game that they've lost. Offensively did not look great. Coaching wise, Todd Bowles, Byron Leftwich, it doesn't seem like they're getting the job done. Do they miss Bruce Arians? You got the whole Tom Brady factor with him and his divorce, and how is that playing a role in him? I don't know, man. The Bucks are not looking like a playoff contending team, and then but they end up losing that game. Ravens get the win. All right. Early game Sunday morning, Denver Broncos taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Both teams needing a win, especially when you travel so far. You don't want to hop back on that plane after losing, right? You want to get this win. So this was a hard-fought game. Jacksonville had their chances here late in the game, but in the end, the Denver Broncos pulled it out. Russell Wilson, really good throw right here, considering all the stuff he's been through in the last couple weeks or so. Nice little throw. KJ Hamler comes down with the ball. Denver Broncos get the win. Now, we're going to see if they can build upon that. Now, Nathaniel Hackett, he's going to have to do better because his coaching life is on the line. All right. Exciting game here. Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. What a Hail Mary throw. I won't say Hail Mary, but it was a really good ball. DJ Moore comes down with it, but oh my God, DJ Moore, bro. What are you doing, man? Leave the helmet on, right? He literally probably won. He could have won the game, and then at the same time, he lost the game for his team. Now, the game did go into overtime. They still had a chance, but him taking off his helmet, it moved the PAT back. Eddie Pinheiro misses it. The game goes into overtime. Atlanta gets the win in another close game. Atlanta, I believe, is tied for first in the division now, if I'm not mistaken. If not first, who would have thought that Falcons get the win? But PJ Walker is playing. He's auditioning for the rest of the NFL. I think he can be probably a pretty good backup if he plays his cards right, but Falcons get the win. Carolina loses. All right. Dallas Cowboys kind of toying around with the Chicago Bears. They were up 28-7 at one point. Then Dak throws some interceptions. Bears get some late points to end the half. But this was the play right here, I think, that pretty much just sprung it open. Good heads-up play by Micah Parsons. They get the fumble. He runs it back. Those you don't remember, no, Micah Parsons played like wide receiver, I think, or running back in high school. So he knows what to do with the football. As far as the Bears are concerned, I like what I saw. Justin Fields, is he that guy? I don't know, maybe, but they're starting to get some talent around him. They ran the football effectively. They just added Chase Claypool to the wide receiving core by the trade deadline. They're trying to get him weapons, but overall, Dallas's defense looked pretty good in the offense. What can I say about Tony Pollard? 3 touchdowns, over 100 and something yards rushing for the day. Dallas Cowboys looking to try to change the minds of people because their offense is what's going to limit this team. And they didn't make any deadline moves this year, so we'll see what they got going on in the future. But Cowboys get the win here pretty convincingly towards the end against the Chicago Bears. Again, like I said, I like the Bears. I think I didn't give them much credit before, but I'm starting to see them, take a little bit more accountability and improve their offense. So there's nothing else I can say about that. But, Cowboys get the win at home. Now they're on a bye week, so we'll see what happens after the bye week. All right. Speaking of offenses, Miami Dolphins, listen, probably one of the best offenses right now in the National Football League. Why? Because of that man right there, Tyreek Hill. Tua just pretty much threw a ball up there for grabs, and Tyreek went up and got it. I mean, listen, when you have a guy like that, it opens up everybody else. The Lions had just traded away after this. This guy's not even on the team anymore. Hawkinson, he's gone. He's in Minnesota. But the Dolphins, what a way to bounce back. It was kind of looking kind of rough there. I get it. It is the Lions per se, but they get the win on the road. All right. A team that a lot of people really don't consider a championship caliber team right now, the Minnesota Vikings. They're at home taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Listen, they just, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I just don't know what else to say. They are going to be a team that I think people might sleep on, but I don't know if they have enough in the end to really make a run at a championship. I just don't know. Now, they ended up adding TJ Hawkinson during the trade deadline. Is that going to be enough? I don't know. Is Kirk Cousins going to be that quarterback to take them all the way? I doubt it, but we'll see. All right. Interesting game here. New Orleans Saints at home taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders just, I don't know what it is with them. First, their defense sucks, and I think their offense is good, but they come out this game no energy. They get shut out by the New Orleans Saints, by all teams. Alvin Kamara was involved in a lot of trade talks, but they ended up keeping him, which I think is a good thing for New Orleans. I think they can still rebuild around that. I think they just need a quarterback, and they might be in the market for a new head coach, perhaps. I don't know if Dennis Allen's going to be the guy there, but we'll have to wait and see. I feel bad for some of the Raiders players like Josh Jacobs, who's having a really good year. Now, will they re-sign him and pay him the money that he probably is going to want? Probably not. But the Saints really did a good job at containing them and getting the win at home. All right, New England pretty much put a nail in the coffin for me for the Jets. Now, I had high hopes for the Jets. They had won like 3 or 4 in a row going into this game. I'm thinking, okay, they're going to beat the Patriots at home. They don't. Bill Belichick still knows how to get after young quarterbacks. And realistically, speaking, Zach Wilson did not play a good game. I mean, 3 bonehead types of interceptions that he shouldn't be making. I get it. This is his second year, but throwing off his back leg, things like that just drive me nuts, especially from a guy from myself. I like to study quarterbacks, but the Jets, to me, I just don't know what to make of them. Do I think they're a championship contending team? I don't think so, but we'll have to see what happens. But speaking of championship contender teams, Philadelphia Eagles, man, they're at 7-0. 7-0. That offense is looking unstoppable right now. Their defense is getting it going too. Now, granted, they are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are just in disarray. I don't think they have an identity, especially on offense. Their defense is trying to keep them in the game. This is probably the only highlight for them for this game that was even worth even mentioning right here. A little trickeration right there, wide receiver pass. But look, the Eagles are on a tear, and their schedule is very favorable for them. They have an opportunity to keep it going, and I think they will. All right. AFC South matchup here. We have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. I had the Titans winning this game. Listen, Derrick Henry is that dude. He owns this team. He was averaging, I think, like almost 9.5 yards per carry in this game. And you can see why. Malik Willis looking like he's not going to be an NFL quarterback. That's just my assessment. I just don't see it from him. He only threw like 8 passes and completed 55 yards, but they end up getting the win, which what matters in the end. All right, exciting game towards the end here. Taylor Heineke leading the Washington Commanders on a come-from-behind win. What a grab here by Terry McLaurin, who is from Indianapolis, by the way. He played in this stadium as a high schooler and as a member of the Ohio State team when they played in the Big Ten Championship. What a way to come back home, get that big-time catch to win this game. The Colts, they just fired their offensive coordinator, which I don't think was justified, but hey, it is what it is. But this team is in disarray, and it's sad because we had so much expectations for this team being a Super Bowl contender, and they just haven't lived up to that. I don't know what it is. We thought they were just a quarterback away, but it appears to be much more than that. All right. What a stick-it-to-you type game. The 49ers are 8-0 against the Rams in regular season games. They call SoFi Stadium Levi South Stadium because as much as the 49ers win against the Rams here, the 49ers are legit. I'm telling you right now, they're going to get healthy. They're getting healthier. They added Christian McCaffrey. I said it on my late night show on Sunday. Listen, they're going to figure things out, right? And they did, and they beat the Rams. They beat them down at the end and get the win. One of my most exciting teams to watch right now out of the NFC West as well is the Seattle Seahawks. I love the storyline. I love Geno Smith, comeback player of the year. Pete Carroll could be a candidate of coach of the year considering what's taken place. They're starting to figure it out a little bit on defense, and this is a good win against a 6-1 team at the time, the Giants, right, obviously. Now, there were some turnovers, special team side for the Giants. That kind of was their undoing here, but you got to give Seattle credit. They hung in there. Geno Smith, they found some stars. Kenneth Walker is emerging to be one of those dudes, and they get the win at home. Now, this was a boring Sunday night game. At no point did I feel like the Packers were ever going to be in this game. Now, they got this touchdown to go down 7-14, but realistically, in the end, the Bills were just toying. I think the Bills decided, all right, we're going to start to put some distance in between ourselves. And the Packers, they ran the ball effectively, but they just don't have the wide receivers to get it done. Now, the Bills, still a little bit worried about the Bills. Now, they did add some running back help. I believe they traded for Nico Hines from Indianapolis, but I still don't think that's going to affect their running game. I think they're going to still primarily run through Josh Allen, and that'll be it for them. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But final game of the day or the week, what a beatdown here this was. Now, the Bengals on Monday night went into this game without Jamar Chase. Now, that's a good portion of their big playability. Now, the Browns ended up getting this win. It's a divisional win against them, which I did predict the Browns to win the game. Jacoby Brissett hooking up with Amari Cooper on this play. Amari had a really nice game on Monday night, and it proved, and they ended up getting the win. So, but we'll have to see what happens with the Bengals moving forward. But nice win. Hey, but that's all I got for you guys. We'll see you guys next week for my next review. Peace.